Hi, this is Bob at the Mr. Bob Show, and today we're going to do an oil change on my Buell 1200. It's a S1 Lightning. Okay, the only thing you really need an oil filter. This one just happened to come chrome. A lot of them are black, but this one just happened to come chrome because it's from original equipment merchandise, and it's a custom chrome premium oil filter. Okay. It replaces the OEM, which was a 63796-77T, which was the original manufacturer one, which is a lot more expensive. So you need that, and you're going to need just over 2 quarts of a good oil. This is your motorcycle, it's expensive, so make sure you're using a good oil, 20W50 weight, and it takes 2 quarts, 4 ounces. The only other thing that you really need is a pair of some sort of pliers, because Buell made it nice and easy to do the oil change on these, and I'm going to show you how easy it is. Back here, if you can zoom in on this, is your oil drain for the tank. Okay, what we do is we use the pliers to pinch off the line, and you just simply pull out your drain plug, take your hose, aim your hose downward, and she'll start flowing. The oil in this is really bad. And what you can also do is take off your oil plug, which is located right up here. And once the air starts flowing through there, she should flow better. Okay. And then all we do is wait for it to drain. Okay, now that we've drained all the oil, we're going to reinstall the plug. The plug is just a small aluminum base plug that they put into them. And what we do is we're going to use our pliers again, and basically just take our pliers, pinch the hose, we're going to move the clamp back, and this has a hole that it slides through to keep it in place. So we snap that back into place just like that. And now we're going to move this clamp back down to here, and the back section is done. Now we've completely drained the oil tank. The oil tank's completely drained, but we still have to change the filter. So what we're going to do is just clean this off. In here, I want to make sure that you get any oil off so that it doesn't go back and fly back on your brakes. I'm actually going to be washing this after, so I just want to get all the heavy oil off, and then I'm going to use a good cleaner to get the rest of the oil off, so that I don't have any oil on my back tire, any oil on my swing arm, or any oil on my brakes. It's very important, because if you do have any oil there and it gets on your back tire, it can lead to a wipeout. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to move our bucket up here and change our front oil filter. So what we're going to do is just change the oil filter real fast. So I'm going to give you the directions on doing that. Alright, the next thing that we want to do is we're going to remove the oil filter right here, and that's simply just turning it off, and you're going to get some residual oil that was up in the engine. So we want to give that a chance to drain out. Okay. So we want to give that oil a chance to drain out, and make sure that you dispose of all your oil filters in the proper way wherever they're supposed to go, because they're not allowed in landfills, so you want to make sure you dispose of them properly. Okay, and now we're going to prep the new oil filter for it. And the way we do that is you want to add 4 ounces, and there's your ounces right up on the side here. You want to put 4 ounces of oil into the new filter. And just do this simply by measuring this. So you take and we're going to check it. No, we need some more. A little bit more. Okay. Now the other important thing is you want to take a nice clean rag. You want to clean up your big gasket base surface. And you want to take a small layer of oil to lubricate your new gasket surface. That's to help keep it from sticking into the metal there. And then simply just a screw on. And you only want to put this on, just get it to snug up, and then about a half a turn is more than enough. You don't want to snug it up too much. A lot of people cramp them right on. You don't want to do that. You don't have to do that. Okay, now the next thing to do is just refill our oil and we're done. Watch it. Okay, now all we have left to do is we're going to put in 2 quarts of 20W50 oil into the oil tank, and then the oil change done. I like using the Drag Specialties oil because it's made for motorcycles. It's a good quality motorcycle oil. I've been using it for a long time. And basically pour these into the funnel. We'll go down to our oil tank. And that pretty much completes the process of doing the oil change, with the exception of just putting the oil cover back on. So according to Buell's book, this takes 2 quarts, 4 ounces, 2 quarts in the tank, and 4 ounces in the filter. We put in 1 quart, put in the second quart. And you can use a cheaper oil if you so desire. These are a little bit more expensive. They're around $6 to $7 per quart. Whereas you could buy a cheap oil for around $3 a quart, but you're really getting what you pay for. These are more of a synthetic blend. And like I said, they are engineered specifically for our motorcycles. Well, other than taking out our funnel and replacing our oil cap, your oil change is now complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully some of you guys learned something from it and be able to save yourself some money and doing repairs in your own motorcycles. They're all pretty much the same. Some have drain plugs down at the bottom. Buell just made it easier with this quick release plug. But instead of going and spending a lot of money to have someone do it, or not changing your oil and taking a chance of damaging your motor, I mean, we're talking basically altogether with the filter, this was around $25 to do this oil change. And it's guaranteeing me another 5,000 miles of good riding and less wear on my engine. I change them less than that. I usually change it around 3,000 miles, but manufacturer recommends every 5,000 miles minimum.